Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to our Bhagavatam Stuti series. So we will finish the last shloka of Arjuna's glorification and question of Sri Krishna from Canto 1, Chapter 7. Today's shloka is shloka number 26. Kimidam svitkuto veti
Imidam switkuto veti
deva deva na vedmyaham
deva deva na vedmyaham
sarvato mukham ayati
sarvato mukham ayati
Tejah Paramadharunam.
tejah paramadharunam.
Word for word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Kim,
Kim,
what is?
what is?
Idam,
Idam,
this.
this.
Swit,
Swit,
does it come?
does it come?
Kutaha,
Kutaha,
where from?
where from?
Va iti,
Va iti,
be either.
to be either.
Deva Deva,
Deva deva,
O Lord of Lords.
O Lord of Lords.
Na,
Now,
not.
not.
Ved me,
Ved me.
do I know?
Do I know?
Aham,
Aham,
I.
I.
Sarvataha,
Sarvataha,
all around.
all around.
Mukham,
Mukham,
directions.
directions.
Ayati,
Ayati,
coming from.
coming from.
Tejaha,
Tejaha,
effulgence.
effulgence.
Parama,
Parama,
very much.
very much.
Darunam,
Darunam,
dangerous.
dangerous.
Translation. O Lord of Lords,
O Lord of Lords,
how is it
how is it
that this dangerous effulgence
that this dangerous effulgence
is spreading all around?
is spreading all around?
Where does it come from?
Where does it come from?
I do not understand it.
I do not understand it.
So here, Arjuna is seeing the brahmastra coming towards him. And Prabhupada explains that this brahmastra is similar to a modern day nuclear weapon. However, the significant difference is that this brahmastra is created from mantras. It's made of mantras. Therefore, it is very subtle. Unlike the modern day factories that produce bullets, guns, that make missiles, etc. You need to dig deep into the earth, get all of the materials out. And it's a laborious process. It's an expensive process. But in those days, weapons were subtle. Simply by pronouncing mantras, you could invoke weapons. And this is what Arjuna is actually seeing. So Prabhupada explains in his Vrindavan lecture that the modern day man is not able to understand these kind of subtleties. They only believe in what is gross. Therefore, even transmigration of the soul, which is so subtle, it is something that modern day man is not able to understand. So similarly, you have the category of people called atheists. They think you have only one life, you're born once, you die, and then after that, nothing exists. Therefore, there is no soul, there is no God, because their focus is on the gross aspects of this material world. Whereas the Lord clearly says, Bhumi Rapo Nalo Vayu Kammano Buddhirevacha. So all of this comes from the Lord only. So here, Arjuna is asking, Teja Parama Darunam. Where is this Teja Parama Darunam coming from? It is coming through the mantras learnt by Ashwatthama. So why is Arjuna calling Krishna Deva Deva? Because he's the authority of all the devas. So all of the devatas for whom their god is Lord Krishna. So Krishna is also known as Deva Deva. So who else will you ask a question but to the ultimate authority? And since the ultimate authority happens to be there with Arjuna, he is asking Krishna this question. Yes, the Lord says, Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. So after this life, you will take on a new body. So, and Prabhupada explains in his Vrindavan lecture that in Chaitanya Charitamrita there is a little shloka that says Keshagra Shatabhagaha Shatadha Kailastaya Kalastaya, meaning the soul is so subtle, it is measured as 1/10,000th part of a tip of a hair. So if the soul is so subtle, how can we understand it? But at the same time, we know that we have a mind because we experience the thoughts. We know other people have a mind, even though we cannot see it, because we know if we are thinking, they must also be thinking. But Prabhupada writes such a beautiful purport, such a short purport, but such an impactful purport. So in this shloka, Prabhupada writes 2 sentences. Anything that is presented before the personality of Godhead should be so done after due presentation of respectful prayers. That means when you ask the Lord for something, it should only be done after you glorify the Lord. That is why we are doing this Stutis series, right? It's about glorification of the Lord. So in this particular shloka, Arjuna is not glorifying the Lord, but he's posing a question. Even that question cannot be posed unless you have glorified the Lord. Therefore, Prabhupada is saying, anything that is presented before the personality of Godhead should be so done after due presentation of respectful prayers. That is the standard procedure. And Sri Arjuna, although an intimate friend of the Lord, is observing this method for general information. So Arjuna, Prabhupada is explaining, is setting an example for us. How to pray. Your prayers always begin with glorification of the Lord. And then of course, depending on what the situation is, there will be maybe begging for forgiveness, expressing your gratitude to the Lord, and then making your request. Here, Arjuna has also expressed his gratitude, right? He said, you are protecting all of us. You are the only one who can protect us. And anybody who takes the shelter of your lotus feet, they are automatically saved. So Prabhupada says, we have to surrender from suffering to go back to the Lord. And here, Arjuna is also expressing his level of surrender here by saying, my dear Lord, actually only you can help me understand what is going on here. And of course, why is this weapon coming towards me? Who's the cause of releasing this weapon? What am I supposed to do? So that will be the next obvious question, right? Okay, so the weapon is coming in my direction. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to handle the situation? So with this, we are concluding the Arjuna Stuti. Tomorrow, we will begin, there are 2 short shlokas. We will do the Uttara Stuti because she is also experiencing a very difficult situation.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to join our classes every day, please check the details in the description section of this video. We look forward to serving you.